what's up? Sloppy Stew back again. So, like you guys kind of saw, I got Heimdall. So I got him from the Feature Grandmaster crystals there. Kind of lucked out in a way. I mean, yeah, I did take a good amount there. But then I went for the grind right after. If you guys watched the previous video, you guys know I got 8th place there. So I got the dupe. Put all my SIG stones into him. So he's SIG 129 now, but I had to wait until AQ was up to rank for him. So here's the video coming up and the Winter Soldier test. But, you know, overall, I mean, I like him and stuff. I have like a little review coming at the end, but I mean, he's got his kind of utility. So he is good in that sense, but overall he's kind of weak, but then you kind of make that trade-off for him being weak to kind of like do that utility there. So like he's really, really good to use against like Medusa, Iron Man, Infinity War, Spider-Man, anyone that can really evade or auto block really are his two things, because his True Strike can be up the whole time, but he doesn't really necessarily hit very hard here. The Winter Soldier video is coming up and he's kind of, I'd say like subpar, if not kind of like just average in damage. I do compare him to two different characters there, but I don't know. I mean, overall, you gotta kind of do. He didn't make it into my my profile picture there. I have heard that he is for some people when you look at me, but I think if I put another couple, like maybe like 10 more stones, he'll go in there. But I mean, who really cares? But so here it's like, if you guys haven't watched any kind of gameplays on there, every time you hit, you gain these small fury charges there, and then once you get 100, which isn't very many hits there, then you can get like a full fury buff, and then every time you use a heavy there, it says charge it, but really anytime you just like use the heavy, then that transfers it to permanent, and then you can hold 5 permanent buffs. And so like right there, I've got a permanent precision on, and I've got 2 or 3 of the permanent furies. I'm not sure if it works with the armor. I kind of tested it. I might have already had the 5 here, but anytime you get hit or take a block, he gains those armor charges there. So that's kind of nice when he's on defense, because if he has a full armor charge and uses special 2, you can't really block it or evade it. So if he gets to that, I think that's kind of dangerous. Right there too, I'm not sure if I missed a hit. I missed a couple blocks here, but he has auto blocks, so he does save you here and there. It's not like a super high chance to auto block, but I mean, especially as a defender, like maybe it has more of a use as a defender than an attacker. But his special 2, yeah, it does like a stun and everything. I use the heavy there to kind of keep those charges and everything. But I mean, overall, he has pretty low crit rating. He has pretty low attack, and he has good block proficiency, but he has really, really bad armor. Like his armor is like only like 6%, which seems kind of weird since he's got this like hardcore armor on. But I don't know, like he does take a good amount of damage here just from blocking like special 2 and everything, and just from parries and all that. Like when you compare him to someone like a tanky like Iron Man, I can't remember, I should look at back how many hits Iron Man did, but then again, if you think about it, like Heimdall doesn't have any debuffs. So when you compare to like these like really, really hard hitting champs, maybe like Corvus would be the best one to compare to. I don't have a Corvus, but I don't think Corvus really has any damage over time effects or whatever. He just hits like a brick shit house. But so Heimdall here is like, yeah, he's at 120 hits, like about 65%, but I mean, he would be so much better if he had like a bleed or something. But he's kind of, I test the special 3 here because, I mean, you guys saw it uncollected and Masters and everything. Like, basically, if he got a special 3, he killed you 1 hit. I wasn't expecting to one-shot him there, obviously, but he only took him down like 2%. So maybe like a better defender if you don't have a good utility option. Like, overall, I mean, yeah, his utility makes him worth it. Like, it's a good trade-off for kind of like that crappy damage and stuff. But like if you look at it there, it's like I'm critting and stuff, and he's only critting for like 4,000. And like a lot of times they're like 2,000-3,000. Like a crit, that's pretty damn weak when you've got, well, you compare him to Stark Spidey, and Stark Spidey's critting for like 9,000, but he is rank 5, and he is probably the hardest hitting champ in the game, I'd say. But like right there, like unblockable, and like I got True Strike up the whole time, so I am kind of evading his armor. So you don't really need like Special 1 gives him armor breaks, but if you have True Strike up, you don't need that. So, I mean, I kind of messed with that a couple times there, but I don't know. Like, I mean, he looks sweet. He moves awesome. His synergy is really nice, especially like you just match him up with anyone, and if they die, if anyone other than Heimdall dies, so this helped me in dungeons the other day. I screwed up on the final boss or whatever, or the last one I had to fight, and I died, but then with the Heimdall synergy, they come back to life. They just don't die, and I think it lasts like 2 or 3 seconds and they go unstoppable, but that was enough for me to get a special 2 off and then win the fight. So especially in war, like bring Heimdall along for any Medusa or Iron Man Infinity War kind of thing. So right there he auto blocked, so that was pretty sweet. Like I kind of screwed that up and he auto blocks. But going back to that point, like I mean, he saves you. Like, I mean, you're not obviously planning to die in Alliance War, but if you do make a mistake and you have him along for his utility, I mean, that could be nice. But I mean, overall, like I feel like 300 hits is kind of a lot, but it's not horrible. Like I'll show you guys here in a second, but I mean, you don't really go after him for his damage. You're going after him for his utility, and he doesn't necessarily need to be awakened. His awakened ability, he just gains like, so right there, like technically if I ended this fight, I would have 8 buffs on me. Well, 9 buffs there. And then, well, back to 8. But you get 6, I think with my level, you get about 6.5% of a bar of power per buff over the first 5 seconds. So, I mean, with that 8, you get about like 50% power there. So that's not bad. So 285 hits, technically 287, but 285, not horrible, not amazing by any means. Went after it with my Stark Spite. He kind of screwed that up a little bit, but 73 hits. Granted, he does have that shock damage, which is a ton, and those crits are insane. But 73 damage, he's a rank 5 too, and he is the hardest hitter, so kind of a comparison. Then my Thor Jane Foster there, 580 hits. So overall, I give him a 7 out of 10. I mean, I am a little tempted to give him 6 out of 10, but his utility kind of makes it worth it. If you don't have Corvus or just kind of anyone for like a good, or a Killmonger too, those are the 2 kind of better options with kind of to attack Iron Man and Medusa there. But if you don't have him and you like Heimdall, he's great synergy. So 7 out of 10. I just wish his damage was a little more, but thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, more videos.